I fell in love with solving the food waste challenge because it actually just made sense to me. I've always loved business as an avenue for change, and I worked in small business, and I started recycling ground coffee and taking it to community gardens and then supporting other businesses to look at their waste as a resource. And then it got me to understand the broader food system and how this challenge seems so unsurmountable, and yet you can piece it off into little chunks, and it actually is the low-hanging fruit of solving for climate change. Globally, 1/3 of food that is produced is wasted. It never makes it to the plate. Meanwhile, hundreds of thousands of people are experiencing food insecurity, and 10% of our emissions come from wasted food. And that doesn't include embodied emissions that happen at every stage of the supply chain. So when kai is grown, when it's ploughed into the field, when it's sown, when it's harvested, when it's packed, when it's transported, when it's manufactured, when it's processed, when it ends in our favourite cafe or at the retailer shelves, there are emissions and energy and resources and time put into every single stage of that kai. We are busy and we access food in a way that is not true to how it was grown and how much work was put into getting it to our plate. So I think that lack of connection results in wasted food because we actually don't value it. The true cost of that food is not the few dollars that we pay for it. And so working on food waste reduction is actually working to bring that connection back to the food. And I think that's why collaboration across the food system is so integral. We're not short of individual, incredible organisations that can enact change. What we are short of is a linkage between them to achieve collective impact. So we got started as an organisation back in March 2021, and our organisation took the mandate to bring together the food waste ecosystem and foster collaboration between these organisations that are doing the mahi. We are working closely with government, with industry, with the community across the sector to ensure we can achieve an Aotearoa where food is valued and not wasted. We bring international best practice to inform policy change, and that really came through when the government identified a voluntary agreement like Kai Commitment in the emissions reduction plan. So Kai Commitment was launched in November 2022 with Prime Ministerial support and 6 of New Zealand's largest food businesses who are all committed to collaboration across the food system for food waste reduction and to reduce emissions from food waste. I fundamentally believe there are going to be many more not-for-profits and small businesses working on system change because a lot of the challenges we face today can no longer be solved in silos or in a disjointed manner. But it's extremely hard to get funding for system change. Whakatupu Aotearoa Foundation have been with our organisation from the beginning. They've provided so much more than economic support. I feel like their team has become part of our team, and I think that is the unique position that they take and the position that I think philanthropy should be looking to take in the future. We need philanthropy that are willing to take a risk on those that are willing to dream big and vision what a future food system or energy system or ocean system will look like in order to achieve the future resilient systems that we all want to live in. I've always loved nature, been passionate about nature, and I truly want to leave Aotearoa New Zealand. I want to leave it a better place for my son and our future generations. And I think that food waste reduction is actually a really simple way to do that, and a way that makes sense economically, environmentally, and socially. So if we can all align on the vision of food waste reduction, then we can achieve collective impact and envision a future food system that is resilient and is sustainable and will feed all New Zealanders while having a thriving export economy and a country that people want to visit.